has been alias Rattler Man. You've seen him at many university events. While he is not a big speaker, he makes a loud impression. And so today, as I speak,
It was an honor being a good old buddy Ratherman here. It's the last time, and I look forward to seeing whoever takes on the mask. So,
again, congratulations. I look forward to seeing you in just a few moments.
thanks. Thank you.
That's good that was a surprise.
Okay, in just a few moments, I'm going to start lining up.
What happens? Who has it at 2 before 25?
I've got 3/8 nuts league into 25. So
I've got a bar before 25, just a whole note.
That's what I have. Somebody,
got
2
some-
bars before.
I got quarter notes.
I've got quarter halves.
All right, you
I'm
guys
slow.
do this.
I have quarter notes. That's slow.
I'm not saying, and it is slow,
We got
not too much.
ready?
Yeah, pretty good. Quick four. 1, 2, 3.
Thank Will everyone in the arena please direct your attention to the screen above the stage, where you will see your soon-to-be graduates leaving St. Louis Hall to take their final walk across campus as St. Mary's students.
Different key, isn't it?
It is.
One, two, one, something like that.
All right.
Ready? Let's repeat, right?
Yeah.
It's all good. One, two.
Tempo on this going to be for the Hassler?
Something like that.
Okay.
Got 3 more minutes.
So which graduation is it that you sit on the other side and it's board?
That's been the law school one.
Which only happens in the spring.
Now it only happens in the spring.
Law school actually has this spring.
that's what the dean wanted, but now it's a new dean. So who knows? This one's usually shorter than the spring, right?
Yeah, far from
Good afternoon. Welcome to our 19th annual Fall Commencement. On the screen behind me, you have been watching a tradition during which the nearly 250 women and men who will cross the stage today took their final walk across campus as students of St. Mary's University. They began their walk at St. Louis Hall, the university's oldest building, and ended it just outside the arena doors. By the end of today's ceremony, they will no longer be students, they will be alumni. If you haven't already, please stand as we welcome the 2019 fall graduates of St. Mary's University. Good afternoon. I am Aaron Tyler, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, and on behalf of the entire St. Mary's University community, it's my distinct honor to welcome each of you to this most significant of ceremonies. Graduates, you may all leave on your mortarboards, and as a matter of courtesy, I would ask everyone in the arena to please mute or turn off your cell phones for the duration of today's ceremony. Thank you. We begin today's program by honoring our country with the posting of the colors by St. Mary's ROTC Color Guard. Please welcome to the podium St. Mary's Junior Natalia Flores, who is double majoring in international and global affairs and music. Natalia will lead us in the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Natalia. That was a stirring rendition of the national anthem. I appreciate that. Please be seated. At St. Mary's University, I'm proud to say we have an active veteran student organization with dedicated gathering and study space for veterans in our university center. It comes as no surprise that St. Mary's University ranks 6th in the West among the best colleges for veterans by U.S. News and World Report rankings. All veterans and active duty military in the arena, may I please ask you to stand for a moment so that we can acknowledge and thank you for your sacrifice and service. Please welcome to the podium the Reverend Tim Eden, Society of Mary, Rector and Vice President of Mission, who will offer today's invocation.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us pray. We pray, O Lord, for the men and women of this graduation class of 2019. They came to us from many places, from towns and cities near and far, from different cultures and communities of faith. We pray that their years here at St. Mary's have given them an appreciation of the wonderful and rich diversity of our world and a deep sense of the unity of the human family. May they always understand, O Lord, that in your sight we are one. Today we are especially thankful for all that these men and women have accomplished. And we pray for those who supported them, for family and friends and mentors, for all of those who were their companions on the way. And finally, O Lord, we pray for their future, for who they will become. We pray that they will be men and women of great mind and great hearts, people of integrity and generosity, people of character and keen minds, professionally successful, yes, but above all, men and women great in the art of living well. For who they have been, we give thanks. For who they will become and what they will achieve, we pray in hope and in trust of your love and your guidance for them. And we make this prayer as your sons and daughters. Amen.
Members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, administration, parents, families, friends, and special guests, this afternoon we congratulate and honor our fall graduates of 2019. Their achievements are a source of pride for everyone in this room. Thanks to each of you for joining us for this very special and meaningful day. I'm pleased to present members of the stage party and other special guests in attendance and invite them to stand when they are introduced. Thomas Mengler, President of St. Mary's University. Members of the Board of Trustees, Chairman Mickey Schott, Vice Chairperson Chris Martinez, Lauro Lopez Jr., and Mike Martinez. I invite our mace bearer and members of the university leadership to stand to be recognized. Finally, our commencement speaker, Amir Samande, who we'll hear from in a few moments. It's now my pleasure to invite President Thomas Mengler forward to share a few remarks with you.
Good afternoon and welcome graduates and your family and friends to our commencement ceremony. Graduates, with your family and friends, you celebrate the end of your time as students at St. Mary's University. This journey is just one step, a giant step, along the way to discern and then to follow your passion. To link your passion to a professional career, which we hope will become a vocation, not simply a good way to make a living. All of us, the faculty and staff, your friends and family, are very proud of you. We hope that your time here will prove to be among the very best years of your life, a defining moment, an important stage in your journey when you discovered yourself and your roles and responsibilities, who you are and what you stand for, and you gained a better understanding of your path forward. You're about to leave the Griehe Arena in St. Mary's University and join an embracing, supportive community of more than 35,000 men and women who live in Texas, throughout the country, around the world, in Latin America, Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. Alumni, men and women like yourselves, for whom St. Mary's has been a defining moment. Alumni who, like our commencement speaker, Amir Samandi, live our Catholic and Marianist mission through their professional leadership in every walk of life, and through their dedication to service at home, at work, and in service to others, especially those who need our care. What you'll find is that St. Mary's alumni love St. Mary's, and they are always ready to help. They, like you, are grateful for the education and vocational formation you've received, and our graduates are eager to assist you, to mentor you, to help you build a network of professional contacts, and even better, frequently to hire you. Thousands of alumni continue to contribute to St. Mary's in a number of ways, and our mission through their generous charitable giving to the Defining Moment campaign goal, which now is $150 million. Today is your day to celebrate, graduates, but today's also a day of gratitude. And men and women of St. Mary's, there are many folks in this arena for whom I know you are grateful. Let me begin with our talented faculty and staff who taught, who mentored and supported you inside and outside the classroom. The Marianists, who established St. Mary's 167 years ago in 1852, and who still play vital roles in your success. Your fellow students, who helped you through many hard times and enjoyed with you many more good times in the residence halls, on the playing fields, in the learning commons, and even in the pub. And your own families, who have provided love and emotional support throughout your lives and during your time at St. Mary's, and many of them are here today. And so today, graduates, I join the hundreds in this arena to congratulate you and send you along on the next part of your journeys. God bless you. I'm now privileged to introduce our commencement speaker and my friend, Amir Samandi. Amir graduated from St. Mary's University in 2002 with a bachelor's degree in international relations from the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences. Following his graduation from St. Mary's, Amir moved to Washington, D.C. to study for and complete a master's degree in the same field and to pursue a career in global affairs on behalf of the United States. Amir worked in the State Department in the Bureau of Intelligence and Research. To provide you with a sense of his meteoric rise through the ranks, Amir reported directly to the then Secretary of State, Colin Powell, and Amir was honored for his intelligent work in Operation Iraqi Freedom. By any and all traditional measures of career achievement at a very early age, Amir's professional career was a total success. He was on a trajectory to an incredible career at the highest echelons of foreign service on behalf of our country. But at that time, Amir was also engaged in even harder work. He was engaged in the kind of prayerful discernment for which St. Mary's has prepared you, our graduates. Amir heard God calling him in a different direction, to a different vocation. God had called Amir to open young minds and doors for a generation of young men and women. Amir became a high school teacher, the head of an organization that you'll hear more about that leads low-income students on international trips, and more recently, a high school administrator. Like his career in the State Department, Amir has been recognized for his dedication and excellence. In 2017, Amir received the Parent Teacher Student Association Lifetime Member Award, and he was a finalist for the HEB Excellence in Education Award. In a moment, you will hear more about Amir's journey to find his place in our world from this excellent man himself, and Amir will talk to you about the lessons he has learned throughout his journey. Let me encourage today's graduates, pay close attention. Amir is a living example that our pathways through life are not straight lines. Yours won't be either. And our journeys to do what God wants of us are not always easy. Amir's life shows us that our journeys, with the help of friends, mentors, God, and St. Mary's University, are rewarding. So please join me in welcoming a man whose life is an example for all of us, our commencement speaker, Amir Samandi.
Thank you for the warm introduction, and thank you, Dr. Mengler, for inviting me here to speak today. It is an honor, and I'm humbled to celebrate this momentous occasion with you all. Graduates of 2019, congratulations. You're about to start the next chapter of your life, and really, this is the first chapter that you get to write on your own. The prologue, your childhood, may not have been in your control, but from here on out, you write the book of your life. I thought back to what was going through my mind when I was in those seats 17 years ago, and to be honest, all I remember thinking was, I made it? I was just happy to be there, considering what I had overcome at that point. I imagine many of you have been through your own trials and to get to this day. So today, all I can do is humbly offer 3 gifts that have served me well in my life, and I hope they will be as helpful to you as they have been for me. These 3 gifts are courage, confidence, and commitment. Each of them have helped me in different ways throughout my life, and I want to share my story with you, and hopefully you can find a connection to your own story. I first learned what courage really was in the summer of 1999. I'd completed my first full year here at St. Mary's as an undeclared major. I had made St. Mary's my home after not really having one during adolescence. Due to an unstable family life, I had not been living with my parents since I was 16 years old. The situation at home had deteriorated to the point that one morning, I woke up to my mother telling me that I could no longer live at home. I had to leave that day, so I grabbed a trash bag and gathered what I could. I lived with my friend and his father until I graduated high school. So when I came to college, I made St. Mary's my new home. And there were professors like Brother Mike Sullivan, Dr. Leona Palange, Dr. Sonia Garcia, who guided me and helped me that first year. I also formed lifelong friendships with Ian, Eddie, Angel, and Josh. We called ourselves the West Side Boys, attributed to the corner of Treadaway Hall that we occupied. Some of these friends are here today, and I can't thank them enough for their support over the years. So towards the end of my freshman year, I saw a flyer for the London Study Abroad program, led by Father Konrad Keczkowski. I signed up, believing that something was calling me to have this experience. And I met with Father Keczkowski, and for some reason, he took a chance on me. I'd never been out of the country before, and I was so excited. The 2 weeks before I was leaving for London, my girlfriend called me to tell me that she was pregnant with my child. That's when I had to learn what courage really was. I was terrified. I wasn't ready to be a father. I was just a kid myself. I decided I wasn't going to London. I wasn't even sure I would graduate college. I thought about quitting school so I could pick up more hours at my job to support my child. But thankfully, my girlfriend told me, "You should go. You might not get another chance again." And I knew she was right. I was hoping that by going on this trip, I would find answers for my life and find the direction I needed to go. So when I arrived in London, I was still trying to process all the changes I was facing. Luckily, my roommate, Lawrence Scott, was always there for me to listen and give advice when I needed to talk, and we're lifelong friends to this day. I realized what an opportunity I had in London. I made sure to go to all my classes, but I also made sure to visit the museums and historic places that I had only dreamed about or saw in movies or read about in books. I was on fire with passion, and I knew that I had to explore as much as possible. Going on that trip changed my life in the most profound ways imaginable. I don't know where I would be had I not gone. After I returned from London, I was a changed man. I was ready to handle my responsibilities as a father, and I was confident that I could graduate and raise a child. I committed myself to graduating and finding a career at the State Department where I could pursue my passion for global affairs. I had proposed to my girlfriend, and we had our child that April, a baby boy named Gabriel. I found the courage to step up and raise my child, and although it was hard, I found a way to be a father and graduate college. By the way, Gabriel is 19 years old now and attends college at Fordham University in New York City.
Welcome everybody to Maybe Gymnasium on the beautiful campus of Our Lady of the Lake University on the west side of San Antonio. As your Saints get ready to take on Jarvis Christian College out of Hawkins, Texas. 21st meeting all time between these two. Saints lost the first two meetings against Jarvis Christian in 2009-2010. Won in the conference tournament in 2010, and since that point, the Saints have won 19 straight against the Bulldogs. Saints hoping to keep it going tonight. 6-4 on the season, are the 16th ranked Saints, as they have been in every top 25 coaches poll since December 4, 2013, 73 straight rankings. As they are in action tonight against Jarvis Christian here at home. Saints all-time home record, 124 wins, 21 losses, going up here against Jarvis Christian. Saints last season got the wins against swept the season series last year. Last time the two played was back on January 26, 2019. Saints 107-49 in that one. Opening tip controlled by the Saints. Barber with the basketball, looks over to Chatry. Chatry inside the lane. Shot is going to be blocked there, picked up by Page. Page then loses the ball, gets back now as Lena Wilson looks over the corner and over to Saldana. Saints last time out, 73-point victory against Texas College. Three-pointer, Desiree White. Saints up 3-0 early on here, first quarter. Second largest win in conference history, fourth largest win all time. That ball knocked away there, picked up by Lena Wilson. Lena Wilson there after the good defense. Looks, fakes the pass, puts it up and in. Lena Wilson. Saints with a 5-0 lead here in the first minute of play. In the backcourt, Fisher with the basketball, looks ahead, gets over to Page. Page from the high post, puts up the long jumper, puts it up and in. So Jarvis Christian on the board, trailing by 3. Out to the side, Saldana, wing near side, finds Barber. Barber gets there against Fisher, ball tipped away, but right to Desiree White, who puts it up and in. 5 points for Desiree White early on here. Brings the ball up there is Monroe. Gets back over to Fisher, guarded by Saldana. Ball knocked away out of bounds, stays Jarvis Christian basketball. Ahead now, Page. Got it inside over to Saunders. Back around Fisher. Fisher looks, Saunders back out. There's Monroe, shot underneath. Saunders goes up with it, able to put it up and in for Jarvis. All the way ahead over to Saldana. Saldana goes up, whistle, foul, can't get it to go. And Casey Saldana will go to the line to shoot free throws. As first team foul for Jarvis, foul is going to be called. Do not see who the foul. Foul is going to be on Deja Monroe. First shot there for Casey Saldana is up and good. As Casey, 19 points against Texas College. Hits both for the 91% free throw shooter on the season. Saints with a 5-point lead here. Other way now, Chatry grabs the ball. Barber now pushing it up. Head over to White. White goes in, puts up the scoop shot, can't get it to go. Rebound knocked away on the floor. Desiree White trying to get to it. It's going to be picked up, though, and knocked away out of bounds. It's going to be Jarvis Christian basketball. In the backcourt, as Fisher sends up over to Saunders. Back around Fisher. Looks over the side there, finds Page. Page tries to go up with the shot. Is back out. Saunders around to the corner. Page three-pointer wide open. No good off the iron. The rebound pulled down there by Chatry. Desiree White with it, going right for the basket, goes up, ball tipped away from her, out of bounds, will be Jarvis basketball. So Page inbounds to Fisher. Knocked away, almost stolen there by Wilson. Back the other way. As Brianna Page call for a travel and a turnover on Jarvis Christian. So Saints basketball now. So we're here 7 minutes to go here this first quarter. It's Barber. It's right over to Wilson baseline. Wilson steps back with it and trips, goes down. Whistle. Foul's going to be on Brianna Page. That'll be her first, team second. 6:55 to go first quarter. As Saunders will come out of the game. And Brichet Lewis will check in. And the shot off the mark there. Rebound picked up by Desiree White. Count the basket. And a chance for an and one here for Desiree White. So one shot coming up here. As a foul on Lewis, who just checks in. Desiree White with 7 points already. Puts up the shot. Got it. 8 points here in the first quarter. So the inbounded here. Over to Page. And the shot hard off the glass, taken by Hodges. Rebound for the Saints. Back to Danya. Casey looks inside. Lena Wilson got hacked. No call. Rebound up underneath. Picked up by Hodge. Back the other way now for Jarvis. Trying to go through defenders. On the floor. Fisher there, picked up and got by Desiree White. And a timeout call by the Saints. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. As with 6:10 left to go here in this first quarter. And the Saints with the lead by 8 here against Jarvis Christian. As the 22nd meeting all time between these two Red River Athletic Conference foes. As the Saints, this is the last conference game for the Saints and for Jarvis before the break, or before New Year's. As the Saints after this will be heading off to Phoenix, Arizona next week. Will be played on the 18th, 19th, and 20th, taking on Carroll College on the 18th. The 19th they'll take on Rocky Mountain College, and on the 20th, they will finish off the Frontier Classic against Montana Tech. Barber over to Saldana. Casey looks up top over to Wilson. Inside, Chatry goes a little short. Grabs the offensive board, goes back up. Whistle and a foul. Foul is on the floor. That'll be fourth team foul. And the foul is going to be on Hodge. That'll be her first, or I think it's her second. But we'll see. No, that's her first and fourth team foul now. Inbound. Barber will shoot a three straight away off the back iron. Saldana picks up the rebound. It's off to the corner there, and a baseline jumper, good for Lena Wilson. And the Saints with a 10-point lead here. Heading back the other way now, and a whistle. Saints basketball coming up. Saldana weaving her way through, puts up a right-hander off the glass and good. As Casey Saldana will give the Saints a 12-point lead here. A right for the basket, Lewis, and the shot is blocked by Zarina Chatry. Chatry picking up the block, her third block of the season. Inbound, three-pointer goes long there, taken by Tamia Harris. And a whistle out of bounds. Saints basketball here. Barber. Pushing up court, over to White. Looks off the corner over to Lena Wilson. Lena inside, short jumper, short. Rebound on the floor, and it's going to be picked up there by Duncan. Up ahead now, over to Page. Page goes up strong, in and out, no good. Rebound picked up by Desiree White. White back the other way, running, heading towards the basket underneath. Will slow it down and comes out along the side, up top over to Barber. Barber looks over to Lena, baseline, three-pointer. Saldana off the mark, off the fingertips of Duncan. Saints basketball. As we are around 4.5 minutes here to go here in this first quarter. And check it in. DeSandria Young will check in, and Duncan will come out for Jarvis Christian. Up top, Barber. Barber puts up a three, rolls in, around, and out, and the rebound pulled down by Saunders. Harris with the ball in the backcourt, looking for some help. Will send it over and finds Monroe. Monroe, ball off her knee for a moment, comes around, picked up by Desiree White. Back the other way come the Saints. Saldana stops, nice job. Keep position of the body there, and good. And Saldana now 6 points now, and the Saints lead by 14. Going to a wide open shot and almost blocked there, but they're going to call a foul. Zarina Chatry called for a foul there, and that'll send Deja Moore to the free throw line. Moore, a junior guard out of Houston, going to the free throw line. A 65% free throw shooter coming into today. 30 of 46 from the line. Team's leading scored 17.5 a game. That's Monroe, scoreless so far, looking for her first points of the afternoon. The first one will go down good for Jarvis. First points for Jarvis in a while. They got it to within 3 at 7-4. The Saints going on an 11-0 run before the 2 points there coming from Monroe. And Monroe will come out. That'll bring in Brashay Lewis. As Barber, right wing, comes off the screen. Looks back, Alexis White inside, whistle, and it's going to be a turnover as a pass just ahead of her and caused her to take the extra little shuffle, the feet and the steps there, and the turnover. As Harris in the backcourt gets it ahead over to Lewis. Lewis trapped there in BK and Alexis White. Nice little give back over to Harris. Ball knocked away out of bounds. Will stay with Jarvis Christian. 16 on the shot clock. Up over to Harris, finds Lewis. Back around Page. Page, short little jumper, gets it to go. So 4 in a row here for Jarvis, and they will draw to within 10. Barber in the lane, left hand runner is good. As Kiana Barber puts that one in for the Saints. And a timeout going to be called by Jarvis Christian. 30-second timeout is the call. With 3:13 left to go here this first quarter. And the Saints with a 12-point lead on Jarvis Christian. And Saints shooting just 44% of the game. They're 7 of 16, or I'm sorry, now 8 of 17, so a little bit higher there. Jarvis at 29% from the field early on. 0 of 2 from 3. Saints 1 of 4 from 3. Jarvis Christian's next game as they will be at Texas College, as they will not play again until January 11th. Well, they will be taking on the Steers up in Tyler, Texas. All the way across over to Page, across on the front court. Pressure, gets around to Lewis. Lewis trying to get it inside, and a whistle and a foul there, reaching in there by Sam Mbike. Sam will pick up her first personal, team second foul here. It's the inbound. Gets over to Young. And a travel and a turnover there called on Young. So Saints basketball on the side here. Under 3 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Saldana on the wing, gets her cross over to White there. Mbike tosses back out. Saldana, three-pointer, no good. Mbike tries to follow up, follows up her own rebound, up and good. So Mbike there gets a couple of offensive rebounds and follows it up. At a 14-point lead again, matching the highest of the afternoon for the Saints. Lewis gets it around over to Page. 8 on the shot clock now as Lewis kicks off to the corner. Whistle and knocked away. As Desiree White will come out and Lena Wilson back in. Desiree White, 8 points, 4 rebounds here in this first quarter for the Saints. Will take a rest. As Page will handle the inbound at the corner on this near side. As Page will step back and get ready for the inbound and finds it over to Young. Saunders back around Harris now. Harris as Barber comes out on her. Harris dribbles with the left, comes back with the right, lets her spin it around. Over to Duncan. Back to Harris through the hands. Harris able to recover, but lost the dribble. Looking, 1 on the shot clock, throws it up, and a shot clock violation on Jarvis Christian. And that's going to be the 7th turnover for Jarvis Christian here in this first quarter. And checking in, Devaney Walls checks in for Jarvis. Barber to Wilson. Corner, Jamea Miller, three-pointer off the mark. And the rebound pulled down by Jarvis Christian. Wall. Left hand dribble there against Barber. Comes back around with the right. Gets over to Lewis on the wing on the far side. Hands off over to Saunders, comes back up as they kind of weave around there. Page gets a little space, puts up a 3 off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebound right to Page, able to follow back up and in. Nice job and being persistent there by Page to get back there. Jamea Miller, long two-pointer, rattles around, no good, and the ball's going to go down, and so does Lena Wilson. Oh, I'm sorry, Alexis White. Alexis White goes down. They're going to say the officials were going to come and talk about and see who was last touched it. Saints say it's their ball. And the officials not sure who was last to touch. A little break here in the action. 1:03 left to go here in this first quarter. Saints with a 12-point lead on Jarvis Christian. First game of a doubleheader coming up after this one, about 20 minutes or so, men's basketball. As Saints men and Jarvis men taking on each other. And both teams, the only winless teams in conference right now, both at 0-3, so Someone's going to pick up their first conference win later this afternoon. Saints try to go 4-0. As the officials, actually a technical foul I think called, didn't see on who. So Jamia Miller hits the first of the technicals. Try and see. And the second one hit as well. And will be Saints basketball. And we'll find out what the technical. I was looking down. I thought they were asking about who was involved, or would they call it a flagrant? Possibly. Inside, now looks over to Miller. Jamia Miller goes up strong, shot blocked, out of bounds. That's Miller. Gets there, and the shot up there, Alexis White, off the mark. Rebound tipped away, out of bounds. And will be Saints basketball. .46 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. No, technical foul was called on DeSandra Young. As Barber inside the lane, whistle and a foul. It's going down hard there. Saunders is called. Actually, no, foul is going to be called on Tamara Duncan. That'll be her second, team's fifth foul. That is going to put Kaviana Barber on the line to shoot. 73% free throw shooter coming in to today. Averaging 4.8 a game, 26 assists on the season. Said one of her goals this year, she wants to break Nakia Davis's record for assists in a game, which is at 14. And ball thrown away and a turnover. And Saints basketball. And that is the 8th turnover now for Jarvis Christian. The Saints with 11 points off the previous 7. Going in there, Barber off the glass and good. It's an 18-point Saints lead here. It's around there. It's over to Duffy. It's inside to Duncan. Duncan goes strong off the glass. Nice job by Duncan. Looking like Tim Duncan putting the shot there off the glass. Barber, three-pointer at the buzzer for that quarter, and that'll do it for the end of the first. We will head to the second quarter. Saints with a 28-12 lead on Jarvis Christian College. You're watching Saints basketball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back, everybody. Second quarter about to get underway. Coach Stacy Stevens tore into her team. So a 16-point lead, not good enough for the coach there. She's not happy with some of the play of her team in that first quarter. Saints shot 43%. Outshot just slightly there. Was there wanted to change the clock. So I think they're putting 9:54 on the clock. So they're moving the clock 9:54. So didn't quite start there, and the shot clock I think will be at 26 seconds, possibly. Shot clock at 24, and game clock at 9:54, maybe. So we'll see what the as they're working on the clock, and so they have it still at 9:58, now 9:54, now it's set, now I think we're ready to go here in the second quarter.
Men's basketball will follow women's game today, start 4 p.m. at East Jarvis District.
As now we get ready to get back to action here. As Brianna Page will be inbounding the basketball for Jarvis Christian. Possibly. Here we. As now Harris. Surround over to Page. Page looks off to the corner. There's Monroe trying to go inside, stolen by Zarina Chatry. Will hand back now over to Desiree White. Tried to pass inside to Lena Wilson. And a whistle and a foul on Jamia Miller. First personal for Jamia, first team foul. As Desiree White tried to get inside to Lena Wilson. That ball was tipped. Nice defensively there by Jarvis. Duncan, free throw line, holding on to it. Back now Harris. Harris off the screen. Looks around Wall. Wall puts up a three from the wing. No good, but cleaning up off the glass there. And good is Tiara Saunders. Inside, Desiree White misses the shot. Duncan grabbing the rebound. Wall in the backcourt. Gets around over there. It's going to be a whistle and a foul called. Desiree White will pick up her first personal, team's second here. So Wall will dribble front court with Barber in front of her. Wall from the wing on the near side. Comes around, looks around. Gets there over to Monroe. Monroe back to Wall. Wall puts up another three, short again. Rebound picked up Desiree White. Desiree running ahead, 4-on-1. Chatry lays it up and in. So Zarina Chatry puts it up. And the assist for Desiree White. And a lead 16 now for the Saints. Their largest lead has been 18. Inside Duncan against Lena Wilson. Puts it up off the glass and good. That's a bit of a height disadvantage there. It's Lena Wilson, 5'7", going up against Duncan, 6'1". Desiree White goes in there off the free throw line. Finds a way to get that one in there. And again, 16 is the lead for the Saints. We're near 8 minutes to play until halftime. Inside there, Saunders shot back in, and teams trading baskets early on here in the second quarter. Jamia Miller, baseline, comes back out with it, looks around over to Barber. Barber with it, 20 on the shot clock with Wall guarding. Comes around, off to the corner. Jamia Miller, three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Desiree White. White looking, goes back up, whistle and a foul. Desiree White will go back to the free throw line. As a foul is on Tiara Saunders. Tiara Sanders picks up the shot or the foul. Desiree White will go to the free throw line where she's 1 of 1 today. It's White, 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists here in this first half. It's Desiree White, 5'11" sophomore from Houston, 77% free throw shooter coming in, 27 to 35, averaging just over 10 points a game for the Saints. Gets the first free throw in for White. White, almost 6 rebounds a game as well for the sophomore. As Angeline Sanchez is checked in at point, Barber will come out. So 16-point lead as Stephanie Lopez is checked in for Zarina Chatry. Ball knocked away. Stays with Jarvis Christian. Stephanie Lopez, 5'9" freshman out of McAllen, had a career high 18 points against Texas College on Thursday night. Comes off the screen. Looks now inside, right to Lopez. Stephanie Lopez grabbing the steal there. Her 8th of the season. Jamia Miller goes against the baseline. Reverse, can't get it to go. Kind of wild there. And Young grabs the rebound. Back the other way as we near 7 minutes to go till halftime. Stolen by White. Over to Wilson. Wilson goes up. Okay. I didn't think it was a travel. Patience Oakbay says yes, she traveled. So I trust Patience. As it was going fast. Inbound there over to Monroe. Over to Wall. Ball tipped up there and away, and Lopez almost gets a second steal there early on as Young now gets around over to Page. Brianna Page bumps off of Sanchez around over to Monroe. Page tries no-look pass inside, out of bounds. Will stay with Jarvis Christian. 11 on the shot clock for the Bulldogs. It's around as Monroe puts up a long three-handed in her face, no good. Lopez had the rebound for a second, taken away there by Young. Back off, three-pointer, no good. Missed there by Brigette Lewis. Back the other way now, off to the corner. Three-pointer, Jamia Miller again. Miller off today. Went 6 of 7 for 3 in the first half. Finished the game 6 of 10 against Texas College the other night. Career high 26 points for Miller. Three-pointer that way, no good. And the rebound for Desiree White, who takes a shot to the right shoulder. As Desiree White will come out. As coming in is going to be Amico Hemphill, the junior 5'10" out of San Antonio. And Sanchez brings the ball up court. Sanchez round throws behind Lena Wilson. And that's just a bad pass from Sanchez. Gets ahead off to the corner. Three-pointer taken by Lewis, no good. Rebound picked up by Jarvis. Page, long jumper off the mark. Rebound picked up by Hemphill. Amico now over to Sanchez. Angeline Sanchez pass. Lena Wilson shot blocked. And will be Saints basketball as Jamia Miller will come out. Casey Saldana back into the game here for the Saints. So Tiffany Lopez inside. Lena Wilson, count the basket and the foul. As the senior from Converse will go to the line. Saints now with an 18-point lead, tying their largest of the afternoon, trying to make it their largest here. She hits it and does, and it's 19 now, the lead. Now back over to Page. Another three coming in off the mark there by Lewis, and the rebound picked up by Lopez. Back the other way come the Saints. Casey Saldana right at the basket, goes up and gets it to go. Casey Saldana. So Casey now 8 points here this first half. Looked, whistle. And a foul called on Casey Saldana. That'll be her first, team's third here. Wall. Inside Lewis. Lewis guarded by Saldana. It's all the way across over to Monroe. Page, three in the corner. Off the mark, rebound pulled up, and a whistle and the foul, as that's going to be called on Bershea Lewis. Third personal foul, team's fourth foul, so no free throws yet. Saints inbounding back here. As Duncan will check back in for Jarvis. And Lewis will come out with her third foul. Angeline Sanchez in the front court. Looking for a screen from Hemphill, but a nice job by Page to come back. And they're calling, they're saying, and the other official is coming back and saying, no, the ball was tipped and not a backcourt violation. Because the ball was tipped. As the official just determined to get that call. As Page will be inbounding. One official came and said it was touched, and he said no, it was touched twice, and didn't look that way, but back out Sanders around to Monroe. Step back shot, no good. Rebound picked up by Hemphill. Ibico now gets around over to Sanchez. Angeline Sanchez in the front court. Over to Saldana. Saldana steps over nicely through defenders. Tosses it up, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Monroe. Under 4 minutes to go in the half. Page with the basketball. Goes up strong, no good. Rebound, Hemphill. Tried to toss it out there, but Monroe right there. Not enough ahead of her, or else Casey Saldana was off to the races. And a three-pointer for Page is good. Saints trail by 18. Sparber and Alexis White get ready to check in for the Saints. Sanchez back out. Lena Wilson, three-pointer straight away. Got it, Lena Wilson. 10 points now for Lena Wilson. Back the other way, turnover. Sanchez in the front court. Off to the again. Lena Wilson, nice move against Sanders. Goes up strong. Whistle and foul. Lena Wilson now will go to the free throw line. 10 points tonight for Lena Wilson, or this afternoon. As Lena Wilson goes back to the free throw line. She's 1 of 1 this afternoon. Lena Wilson on the season, a 77% free throw shooter. 10 of 13 coming into today's game. It's Wilson averaging 10.6 a game. So at her average, now over with that free throw. And that'll give the Saints a 22-point lead here. And hits them both. 23 is the lead. Monroe. It's right over to Sanders. Back now. As Page. Page kind of a little double jump there in the air. Whistle and a jump ball. Possession arrow belongs to Jarvis. Oh, no, to the Saints. Or no, is it going to be Jarvis? So a technical foul called on Brianna Page for unsportsmanlike conduct. Second technical of the game now called on Jarvis. As Brianna Page, unsportsmanlike there on the jump ball. And Casey Saldana came in the game ranked 8th in the country in free throw percentage at 91% coming in. Misses the front end of the technical free throws. Hits the second one there. And now Casey with 9 points. The Saints lead is at 24. As Barber it's off over to Lena Wilson, wing near side. Wilson through defenders, looking, gets back on over to Barber. Over to Wilson, high post. Lena comes back in. Jumper rolls around, no good. Hemphill saves it, but right to Duncan for Jarvis. In pressure in the backcourt. And over the top for Monroe. Ball knocked away and last touched by Deja Monroe. As Monroe, a tough afternoon for the junior. As a junior out of Houston, came in averaging 17 a game. As Barber's little runner, no good. Back the other way as we near 2 minutes. Sanders, inside Duncan, left alone, mishandles the ball. That will be Saints basketball. So Barber will bring the ball up court. Outside, looks around over to Lena Wilson. Wilson in the corner, steps in baseline, tosses up around over to Saldana. Casey, corner, Lena Wilson moves to her left. Kind of mishandles the ball there. There's Wall on her. There to Alexis White. Free throw line jumper, too hard, and past Hemphill for the rebound. Picked up by Monroe. Up ahead over to Page against Saldana. And a whistle. An offensive foul is called on Page. Brianna Page, that's going to be her second because of the technical foul. Player control foul, so no free throws. Under a minute and a half to go until halftime. Barber, it's right over to Wilson. Wilson back up top, Barber. Barber looks over the corner, Saldana. Baseline, Hemphill goes strong underneath. Ball lost, out of bounds, stays with the Saints. 15 on the shot clock. Serena Chatry will come in. Hemphill will come out. Page will come out for Jarvis and Nikatria Duffy. And ball tipped away in the backcourt. And Saldana with it. Casey going towards the basket, kicks out. Lena Wilson, three, got it, Lena Wilson. So Wilson now with 15 points. All the way across. And tried to pass in over the Duncan, and the turnover, the pass there from Duffy to Duncan. Duncan not ready for it and out of bounds and a turnover. And that's 17 first half turnovers now for Jarvis. Barber into the front court. And Casey Saldana off. And Monroe with the rebound. Monroe looks, gets around there. Duffy puts up a three. Off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled down. Lena Wilson taps it over to Chatry on the floor. Whistle, jump ball, and possession arrow. Saints basketball. So Chatry, a good job there on the floor. Shot clock will be off. Or actually, no, the shot clock's still going. About a second difference. Barber looks, Alexis White, corner, Saldana, three-pointer, no good. Long rebound picked up, Alexis White, back out Barber. Barber in the lane, looks, passes, and they're going to call a travel. With 8.6 to go until halftime. Saunders back around Wall. Wall, three-pointer from the wing. Can't get it to go. And away, and that'll do it for the first half. We'll go to the half. Saints with a 27-point lead, 48-21. We'll take a break. You're watching Saints basketball on the OLLU Saints Network. welcome back, everybody, to Maybe Gymnasium on the beautiful campus of Our Lady of the Lake University on the west side of San Antonio. Mike Thompson here with you. Second half about to get underway. Saints with a 48-21 lead on Jarvis Christian College out of Hawkins, Texas. Saints trying to go 4-0 in conference play before the break. Which isn't much of a break for the Saints as they will be taking on Carroll College in Phoenix on Wednesday at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. Then 11 a.m. the next day on Thursday, they will take on Rocky Mountain College, and then on Friday, they will finish the Frontier Classic against Montana Tech. All three good teams out of the Frontier Conference. Off the mark there early. Ball goes up, shot blocked by Shatry. Shatry with the rebound in a bit of trouble. Looking, and a whistle and a foul called. First team foul, personal foul. Have to look, see who the call was on. Second personal foul on Deja Monroe. And then Saints after that, we traveled right after the new year. They will be heading over to Louisiana. Take on Dillard and Suno. And Casey Saldana struggling from beyond the arc. Hits that one. And Casey now double figures, 12 points for the senior. Inside, nice pass to get inside underneath to DeSandra Young. And a bad pass, just floats over the top, and a technical foul called. And a technical foul on Casey Saldana. Don't know what she did. I know she wasn't talking to the official because that was her bad pass. But the free throws coming here from Monroe. It's Monroe now 3 points in the game. Monroe averaging 17, over 17 a game. Now with 3 and 4. They've all come from the free throw line. But the third technical foul in this game. First one on the Saints, 2 on Jarvis Christian. There's Page. Goes along the baseline, a whistle and a foul called there. Foul is on Lena Wilson. So Lena Wilson picks up her first personal team foul, number 1. As Page will take the inbound over to Monroe, back over to Page on the wing near side. And a whistle, and again. And the foul is on Jarvis. As DeSandra Young picks up the foul, that'll be her third personal. As Barber ahead over to Wilson. Lena Wilson kicks off to the corner. Casey Saldana tried to save it over to Shatry. Barber. Three-pointer corner for Desiree White is good. 15 points now for Desiree White. Over to Monroe. Looks pass inside to Duncan. Duncan with it. Kicks back out over to Page. Puts up a wide open 3. Got it. So Page picks up the 3. She's got 12. She's in double figures now. And a whistle and a foul coming. And the foul is on Young. And Young, that is going to be her third personal. As Young, who picked up a technical earlier as well, her and Brianna Page for Jarvis Christian. Lena Wilson, it's inside Shatry. Shatry, nice little move, goes in there. Right-hander, can't get it to go. Trying to get the rebound. Out of bounds, stays with the Saints. It's a nice move there, where Shatry just could not get it to go down. As Young will come out. And we'll see who that is. As a substitution not on the roster sheets. Number 45, not sure the name. And so their officials are down talking to Coach Derek Holloman, his second season here with Jarvis Christian. As they did not have her down on the roster sheet. I don't have her on my sheets either, as she's checked in, not in the book. Seeing what might be under a different number. As the officials try to figure out how this is going to be. So it's going to be an administrative technical on Jarvis Christian. It's under a different number in the book. So Casey Saldana will come and she will take two technicals here. Third technical on Jarvis. This one an administrative one. Fourth total in the game. And Casey again missing the free throw there. As Casey came in over 90% from the free throw line on the season. Number 8 in the country. And this is that one. The first one will hit the second. And we'll try and find out who 45 is in a moment, because we're up high above the scorers table. Don't know who we'll find out here as soon as we can. That's Lena Wilson. Over Barber up top. Barber from free throw line. Long jumper off the mark. Wall able to grab the long rebound for Jarvis Christian. Wall. It's around Monroe in the backcourt. Gets it up ahead now. Inside Duncan. Duncan strong inside. Ball stolen away and knocked away. It's going to be picked up there as Casey Saldana snuck in there and just stripped the ball away from Duncan. And then the ball knocked out of bounds. And Saints basketball. Saldana ahead over to Lena Wilson. Side Chatry. Chatry stops with it. Contact off the glass and good. So Zarina Chatry picking up the basket. She's got 4 points now. Off to the corner, Monroe. Monroe tries to go inside. Ball knocked away out of bounds. And will be Jarvis basketball. As Wall will be inbounded here for Jarvis Christian. It's up top. Right over Monroe. Monroe puts up a long three. Got it. So Monroe now with 7 points. Inside Chatry, reverse shot, puts it up and in. 6 points now for Chatry. And a whistle. And the turnover there for Jarvis. Barber. Back to White. Desiree White right through defenders. Off to the corner. Saldana, three-pointer, got it. So Casey, after struggling from beyond the arc in the first half, hits her first two here in the second half. 16 points now for Casey. At 19 against Texas College on Thursday night. Struggled from beyond the arc that night as well. Went 2 of 11 from 3. Still able to come away with 19 points in that game. As Monroe took a shot there. And she will be at the line to shoot free throws here. That's Monroe, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. 7 points here. 5 of it here in this third quarter. Let's see. Junior guard, 5'8", out of Houston, Texas. A 65% free throw shooter on the season. Has been perfect this afternoon, now 5 of 5. 17.5 points a game. Just under 4 rebounds, 15 assists this season, 11 steals. Next shot for Monroe. We'll get them both. 62-33. Saints with the lead. Over to White. And a whistle. And jump ball, Saints with possession on that. Desiree White to inbound. As a whistle again. And the substitution. Now 45 coming, actually no, 45 stays in. Coming out is Duncan. Back into the game, Tiara Saunders. Over the top of the head, way out of bounds, will be Jarvis Christian basketball. Saints off on the passes a bit this afternoon. Nice, beautiful Saturday afternoon in San Antonio. Sunny outside, nice and warm before another cold front to come in. So out of bounds. Stay with Jarvis. As Monroe, three-pointer short on it. Sanders grits it, goes back up with it and good. White. And a travel and a turnover. As waiting for the inbound here. As Page will handle the inbound for Jarvis. As Monroe gets it there, knocked and whistle. And a foul on Zarina Chatry will be her third personal. 14 foul. She will come out. Sam and BK will come back in. Monroe, guarded by Barber, goes over the Page up top, around over to Wall. Wall against Wilson, coming back out, picked up by Jamia Miller, throws back out over to Monroe. Moving it, finds an open shot there, Wall off the mark, and BK grabs the rebound. Barber, ahead, 3-on-2, back out, three-pointer, Jamia Miller, still off the mark, and the rebound picked up by Lena Wilson. Back over to Miller, 15-footer, short on that one. Rebound again, offensive rebound for Lena Wilson. Jamia Miller comes inside the lane, comes a little closer, that one's up and in. So Jamia Miller putting that one in, 4 points for Miller. It's Wall, backcourt, gets the Wall almost stolen by Sam and BK, knocked away out of bounds, will be Jarvis Christian basketball. Wall. It's over to Page. Page kicks out to Wall. Now inside, puts up the shot, rattles home and good. And knocked away out of bounds. That will be Saints basketball. Stephanie Lopez to handle the inbound here. All the way across to Lena Wilson. Lena has the ball tipped. It's over to Lopez. Lopez strong for the basket, puts it up and in. Tiffany Lopez. And the Saints lead is back to 33 here. Monroe to the corner, three-pointer, no good. Rebound tipped over, picked up by Jamia Miller. And off the mark, knocked away. And picked up by Jarvis. Monroe. Another three-pointer up. That's off the mark. Rebound by Sanders. Sanders underneath. And a whistle and a foul. 2 shots coming up. The foul. And call it a push there on Tiffany Lopez. Her first personal, team's 5th. And at the line to shoot free throws here is going to be Sanders. Tiara Sanders, a senior 5'11" forward from Chicago at the line. A 60. Actually, 1 of 16 from the free throw line this season. So first one off the iron, no good. Second free throw here for Sanders. Sanders averaging just under 6 a game and 7 rebounds. Will hit 1 of 2. And now 2 of 19 on the season. So Christy Marshall checks in. Sam and BK back in. Tiffany Lopez out. As Angeline Sanchez has checked in, and BK tried to get inside to Alexis White, and Wall goes down, and a whistle and a travel called on Jarvis Christian. Lena Wilson will be inbounded here. Sanchez. Miller, Jamia 3, got that one, Jamia Miller. Hits her first 3. And a whistle. And the foul. Lena Wilson picks up her second personal. And 2 shots here as in the bonus. As Brianna Page at the line to shoot here. Page with 12 points tonight, 2 rebounds for Jarvis. And first shot for Page is off the mark. Brianna Page, a junior guard from Hebron, Mississippi. 77% free throw shooter on the season, 20 of 26. And averaging just under 12 a game for Jarvis. Will hit 1 of 2. So Sanchez over to Desiree White, up top in BK. And BK jumper off the iron, no good. And Marshall with the rebound. Back the other way comes Monroe. 3-pointer for Page, no good. Rebound pass, Marshall right over to Wall, now inside. Nice ball movement. As Young able to put that one in for Jarvis. Young with 4. Sanchez finds Miller, wing near side. Miller, ball tipped away. There's going to be a whistle and a foul. Foul is going to be on Young. That'll be her 4th personal foul, 14th foul. Tiffany Lopez comes in, and Sam and BK will come out. Desiree White, long 2, off the mark, and tipped right over to Marshall. Marshall sends ahead over to Young. Young pushing the ball forward now for Jarvis. Away across, trying to get to Page. A little bump there, contact. They let it go. Page now dribbles back with it. Gets over to Monroe. Monroe will hand over the wall between the circles. Back over Monroe. Wing near side. Three-pointer. No good. Off the mark. Underneath. Rebound picked up by Alexis White on the floor. And a whistle. And will be out of bounds. They say, yeah, last touch by the Saints. So Wall inbounding. We near 2 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Back out. Page around over to Wall. Wall gets by Sanchez. Runner short. Underneath. Out of bounds. Saints basketball. Sanchez in the front court. Off to the corner. Miller. Three-pointer. No good. And rebound underneath. Picked up Alexis White. Follows back up. Can't get it to go. And the rebound picked up by Marshall. Under a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. Now it's Page in the lane. A whistle and a blocking foul. 2 shots coming up. And the foul on Desiree White picks up her second. And Page back at the line here. She's got 13 points, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Jarvis 8 of 10 from the free throw line. That's off the mark. So they started off strong from the free throw line, but then have been off the mark here. As they're now 2 of their last 5, make it 3 of their last 6. Sanchez. Off to the corner to Miller. Miller weaving her way through traffic, can't get it to go, and a whistle. And the foul that time is going to be on Christy Marshall. That'll be her first personal 15 foul. And Alexis White will go to the line to shoot free throws. Sophomore out of Houston, a 71% free throw shooter on the season. Just 5 of 7 so far this year. Averages over 4 a game. This is her 9th game this season, and that one, it's a friendly little bounce up and over for her. Second shot, and gets them both. And stolen underneath. And a whistle on the foul, and now Desiree White. As Wall picks up her first personal. Desiree White goes to the line. Desiree White, 15 points and 3 assists and 7 rebounds for White here. And that one rattles home. 18 now. Desiree puts the lead at 30. Tying her. And it's both. And a whistle. And Jarvis, the winner of that one. So tied, season high for Desiree White. Inside ball looks around. Inside ball knocked away. And so 56 seconds to go into the third quarter. Jarvis Christian basketball. Monroe. Sanchez on her. A handoff there to Wall. Wall looks back over Page, puts up a 3 from the wing. Nailed it. Sanchez, no look pass inside, whistle, foul, can't get it to go. So 2 shots coming up here for Tiffany Lopez, who's got 4 points. Suzuna Sogi will be checking in here. As Marshall gets it across there, over to Page. Page in the corner. It's over to Monroe. Nice job to get by Miller. Up there, shot, whistle, and foul coming up. Foul is on Alexis White. Her first personal. And first free throw for Alexis Hodge. Or Alexis Hodge will be in there. Second shot coming for Hodge. Off the back iron, but the offensive board picked up by Page. Monroe. Back over the wall up top. Monroe off the glass, no good. Marshall with the rebound. Sends back out, another three there for Page, no good. And Lopez with the rebound. As we near the end of the first half, throws up at the buzzer, says she did not get it off. She doesn't, would have gone in anyway. And that'll do it for the third quarter. 75-46 Saints lead as we head to the fourth. You're watching Saints basketball on the OLLU Saints Network. And welcome back. Fourth quarter about to get underway. Saints 29 points is the lead here. As Miller, Chatry, Sogi, Barber, and Lena Wilson on the floor for the Saints to start this fourth quarter. And a whistle. As they will stop again to reset the clock. As they will put it 9:55. Serena will be as Lena Wilson inside, left hand, puts it up and in. Lena Wilson with the bucket. 17 points for Lena Wilson. And Lena Wilson with the steal. 2-on-1. Stops. Puts it up and in again. 19 for Lena Wilson. And the lead is 33. Trapped in the corner. As Page able to get it. Barely out there over the wall. Three in the corner. Short. And Sanders grabs the rebound against Chatry and will put it up and in. So Barber back ahead now. It's right over to Sogi. Sogi tried a no-look pass over to Chatry and knocked away, picked up by Page now. Turnover, and Jarvis back the other way. And will mishandle the ball out of bounds. Saints basketball on the turnover. And Casey Saldana is going to check in. And Jamia Miller is going to come out.
Casey Saldana, 6 ball.
And a new season high for Lena Wilson. 19 points, previous season high of the year was 16. And a turnover there by the Saints. Wall ahead over to Page. Page, nice little Euro step, rattles it up and in. Nice move from Brianna Page. Page now with 19. Sogi, baseline, Lena Wilson, jumper's good. 21 for Wilson. Lena Wilson heating up now here in this fourth quarter. 21 for Wilson. And a whistle. Foul picked up there on Suzuna Sogi. Picks up her first personal. Monroe. Inside, ball stolen away by Casey Saldana. Casey back the other way, 4-on-1. Casey stops, free throw line, no good. Rebound picked up there by Sanders. Sanders tried to get it out on the floor, but there Barber. And it's going to be jump ball, possession for Jarvis Christian. So Joy Reed, number 45, coming in now for Jarvis Christian. Monroe. It's back over to Harris. Harris is going to be bumped and fouled by Casey Saldana. Casey's going to pick up foul number 3. Team second here in this fourth quarter. So 26 seconds on the shot clock. As Alexander Strawhorn will come in. Susanna Sogi will come out. Susanna Sogi, sorry. And a whistle. Stop play, jump ball. Saints basketball on the jump ball call. So Alexander Strawhorn into the game. The junior from Australia. As Barber over Saldana, steps up, left open for the 3, can't get it to go. And the rebound pulled down by Lewis. Monroe up ahead of the front court here for Jarvis. Side over to Harris. Harris looks inside, over to Reed. Back Monroe. Monroe steps back, 3 over Saldana, can't get it to go. Long rebound, picked up Barber over and through the hands though, but picked up by Lena Wilson. Lena Wilson now on the run, going. Kicks out over to Saldana. 3-pointer, Casey can't get it to go, and Joy Reed grabs the rebound. Back over to Harris. Harris ahead with a defender in front of her. Goes in there, and that's a bad foul. As Barber just stuck her hand out. Not going to stop it, just let it go. This late with 6:45 or 6:43 left to go. It's her first, team's third as Harris now goes to the line to shoot free throws. Tamaya Harris, a sophomore guard out of Fort Worth at the line. 6 of 8 from the free throw line coming into today. Saldana Chatry will come out. So Sogi will come back in along with Hemphill. As Desiree White, I don't know if she's going to come back in as she's 1 shy of tying her career high. And the first shot there for Harris is good. First points of the day for Harris. Harris comes in, averaging just over 2, and she has 2 points now. Lena Wilson, baseline, goes in there, reverse, can't get it to go. Rebound knocked away there as Hemphill has it now. It's going to be out of bounds. Will stay with the Saints. Strawhorn will be inbounding. Men's basketball coming up about 20 to 30 minutes or so at the conclusion of this one. Schedule to start at 4, might be a little bit later as we still have time as this one has gone on long. Lots of whistles here in the second half. That knocked away, a turnover, Sanders with it. Over to Harris. Harris pass now over Monroe. Between defenders, Monroe goes. Strong there, ball knocked away. Hemphill with it. Over to Sogi. Sogi in a race, will stop, pull up, off the glass, no good. Lena Wilson rebound, lost the ball, and picked up Hemphill, back over to Sogi. Under 6 minutes now to go here in the fourth quarter. Strawhorn inside Hemphill, looks over, Lena Wilson baseline. Lena puts up the jumper, no good, and the rebound picked up by Monroe. Back the other way. So the Saints streak of 3 straight 100-plus point games looks like it's going to come to an end. Although it looks like they will go their 4th straight victory. Foul on Lena Wilson, her 3rd personal, 14 foul here. As Lena Wilson will come out, Desiree White will come in. Lena will take a seat, 21 points, 3 rebounds. Points there, and shots blocked by Hemphill, but it's going to be lost out of bounds. Stays with Jarvis as Harris went, challenged Desiree White. White kept it out, her 3rd block of the season. Inside Duncan, just kind of throws it up, a whistle and a foul. And the foul is going to be on Hemphill, and that's going to be her 2nd, I believe. So 2 shots coming up here is Duncan. And the shot there for Duncan is good. Duncan 7 points this afternoon for Jarvis Christian. And 2nd shot. It's good. Desiree White inside Hemphill, puts it up and in. Miko Hemphill with the bucket and her 1st points. The assist for Desiree White. And a whistle and a foul here. 5:02 left to go. As Deja Monroe will check back in. Monroe with it. 12 on the shot clock. Monroe over to Duncan. Duncan against Strawhorn. Little turnaround shot. Can't go. Sanders. Nice wingspan stretch over to pull that rebound in with the right hand. A foul going to be on Desiree White. That'll be her 3rd personal. And now Sanders at the line to shoot free throws. Sarah Sanders, a senior from Chicago. 2 of 18 for the free throw line this season, make it 3 of 20. Second shot coming up. And we'll get both. Off the mark. The whistle away, Jarvis Christian basketball. Saints just 8 points here in this third quarter. They're being outscored by Jarvis 9-8. Inside ball almost stolen away. Good job there to keep it. There was Duffy. Inside Duncan, hook shot, in and out, no good. Tries to go back up with it again, a whistle. And the foul. Actually, no, jump ball. And Jarvis Christian basketball on the jump ball. So Desiree White will come out. Tiffany Lopez will come in. So Sogi, Sanchez, Lopez, Strawhorn out there for the Saints, and Hemphill, who just grabs the rebound. And back the other way now. Pass inside Lopez. Double handling it for a moment there. That's going to be a whistle. The foul on Duncan. And for Duncan, that will be her fourth. Oh, no, it's on Paige. Paige, and let's see. That will be her fourth personal. Stephanie Lopez at the line. Rattles that one in for Lopez. 5 points now for Tiffany Lopez. And 6. 85-56, Saints lead. Stolen away by Hemphill. Knocked the other way, and a whistle and a foul. As Duffy will pick up the foul. It's her first, team second. And at the line to shoot, Miko Hemphill. Junior from San Antonio. 5 of 10 from the free throw line this season. Duffy's going to come out, and Brashay Lewis will come in. So Hemphill coming in. It's over 5.5 a game for Hemphill this season. She's got 2 points this afternoon. Trying to add on to that with the free throws here, and they're going to be off the front iron and short the first one. Saints today as a team shooting pretty well, 22 of 25 from the free throw line. And going to miss those two though. So Monroe in the backcourt, Strawhorn, stolen by Sogi. Sogi, nice little step, puts it up and in. In the backcourt now, Page. Toss it over, Lopez. Steals it, whistle. And the foul. Foul will be on Lewis. That'll be her fourth personal. Third team foul. So trying to see why. Sanchez is out. And Natalia Trevino in. I'm trying to say why free throws. Now they finally figured it out that we were not in the bonus yet. And so the Saints inbounded here. So Trevino. Hemphill back to Trevino along the baseline. Runner too hard, and the rebound picked up by Sanders. So Monroe back the other way now for Jarvis. Page. It's over to Duncan. Duncan back out top now, moving around. Three-pointer for Monroe off the mark. And save back in, but right over to Hemphill. Hemphill gets it up, ahead over to Stogie. 2-on-1. Going up, fakes the pass, puts it up too hard. Rebound, Trevino knocked away and running it down. And getting it is Jarvis over to Page. It's Lewis, good job of running that one down. Lewis now with it. Wing near side, back out Page. Long three off the mark. Trevino with the rebound. Trevino pushes ahead over to Strawhorn. Strawhorn pass Up, and Tiffany Lopez. 8 points now for Lopez. Monroe goes up, off the mark, no good, and the rebound for Hemphill. Back the way the Saints go. Lopez, baseline jumper, rattles home and good. Double figures, back-to-back games for the freshman from McAllen. And a whistle and a foul, count the basket as Lewis will get that one to fall. And the foul. So Lewis at the line to shoot here. I think Tiffany Lopez, called for the foul there. Line here, Lewis to shoot. 67% off the mark. And the rebound picked up by Hemphill. Sogi with the ball. Inside the lane, little look back over Lopez. There goes Trevino. Trevino, runner, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Joy Reed. Monroe going strong. Can't get it to go. Rebound tipped over as Trevino gets it. And tight ropes the sideline. Moves up into the front court. Looks. Passes off over to Strawhorn. Strawhorn off the glass and good. As Page. Baseline goes up. Whistle and foul is going to be called on Amico Hemphill. So Brianna Page back at the line to shoot. As the first shot for Page is good. 20 now for Page. And we'll miss the second. Rebound for Hemphill. Under a minute and a half to play. Sogi. It's around over to Trevino. It's up top, Hemphill. Hemphill push. And fourth team foul. As a foul going to be on Young. That will be Young's fifth personal foul. So Young's going to foul out with 4 points and 5 rebounds for Jarvis. And that's going to bring Alexis Haji to the game. Trevino. Sogi with it. Sogi puts up a three. High arcing three, no good. Rebound back out. And the offensive rebound comes for Sogi. Under a minute. Puts up the jumper. Can't get it to go. And the rebound pulled down by Lewis. Page is on to it now. Gets off through the baseline and shot off the mark. Rebound knocked away, picked up by Sogi. So third rebound for Sogi. And off the mark there as the shot clock is off. Saints are going to win this one. And they are going to improve to 7-4 on the season. 4-0 in conference play as a foul going to be so he picks up the foul. It's going to be her second personal. 10.9 seconds left. Monroe at the line to shoot here. And off the back iron, no good. Saints pick up their fourth win in a row here. And Jarvis Christian is going to fall now to 0-11 on the season as the Saints come away with the victory. 93-59, the final score as the Saints get the win, 93-59. And again, go to 7-4 on the season, 4-0 in conference play. Jarvis Christian will drop to 0-11 and 0-4 conference play. Saints next up will be on the road. We'll be live streaming that from Phoenix, Arizona, the Frontier Classic. 3 games, Carroll College. Next Wednesday, 5 o'clock. And then on Thursday morning, 11 o'clock our time, taking on Rocky Mountain College. And then on Friday, Montana Tech. All that coming up next week. Men's game coming up here in about 20-30 minutes. We'll have that for you. Stay tuned. You're watching Saints basketball on the OLLU Saints Network. Go Army, beat Navy.